we are turkey.
We swinging you stick around here.
Secret stick.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We got episode 8. This guy over here swinging a fucking lifesaver around like a crazy fucking animal. We gonna start off this episode for the Tits Lip Podcast, episode 8 off, with a big salute to everybody and a Happy New Year.
Yes,
Hope you guys, are sticking to your regimen and, I know you guys got a little set up with what you're gonna do for the New Year's, but we're gonna start off ours nice and dirty, with a shot to salute to you guys and us on the New Year.
Yes.
And a salute to the ones that broke their resolutions already, like us.
Like us.
Like us, definitely. I don't think Joe even knows what a resolution is, right?
I don't know what the word means.
He doesn't know. So salute to you
Yo,
guys.
turn off that shit.
Turn that fucking lifesaver off. All right. That's how you start a show. Just locked and loaded with this guy over here. We're gonna start the show off the way we always do it. Left to right. First off, get to my man. Lou is not grimy. He's not grimy for the New
This
Year.
week
He's like alternates every other day.
He's not grimy for the New
The
Year.
guy's still young.
Not
Yeah,
yet.
it's definitely to my other left, you got my boy over here giving you the hardcore facts and the stats. Jose Stats Rivero.
What's up, guys?
Oh boy, look at this guy. He gets wound up when it's time for him to come up. Joseph Blue fucking Pulaski, aka Golden Child.
I was
He's waiting for that.
Damn.
I was about to say, I'm the golden child. I will be the golden child, and there's a reason for that. Welcome everyone to episode 8, and let's get it started.
Let's get it started, boys. Let's get it started. So we're gonna start off here with recent news, right?
Yeah.
One we're not
Very
too
recent.
proud of. Very recent, which is like today. We got Keon Broxton.
Yes.
Got traded. Bobby Wall, Adam Hill, and Felix Valero.
Yeah, exactly. That's
Whatever.
Exactly.
his name
We
is.
don't even know him.
He's
We don't care.
irrelevant to us, but how do you feel about this? Because I know you have I know you kind of pissed off or have some.
I mean, it's just an excuse to get rid of Lagares' salary,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So that's how I feel about it. I mean, I wish I could tell you more about it, but I'm not surprised. It's just another bullshit fucking. It's the same old Will Ponds. Nothing's gonna change. They're gonna be cheap as fuck, and we're gonna be a small market team in New York City.
Now,
Forever.
before I go to Lou with that question, like, do you think at this point now, like, Brody did what he had to do, right?
Brody's a smooth talking motherfucking lying sack of shit.
No.
That's what he is.
But
He's an agent. I told you this from day one. He's an agent.
Yeah.
He's good at convincing you of things that are not true. That's what agents do.
But what I'm
and
saying,
he convinced us to be excited about this season, which is wrong.
You're not excited?
No.
But do you think,
They're
like,
going to be at 85 wins max. Max.
do you think at this point, Brody's like did what he had to do, right? Quote unquote, did what he had to do, right? Now, do you think at this point now, the Will Ponds are controlling what's going to happen from here on out because of the money?
They control it from always. Brody is just the mouthpiece.
Okay.
The Will Ponds control the money.
What do you think, Lou?
About what?
About the
trade?
trade?
Shit, I'm for it. Yo, like, we got rid of fucking some scrubs, man. Bobby Wall, he didn't do shit. We didn't really give up much. I mean, look, this guy now, we have a nice little replacement that could, platoon with Lagares. Lagares is always hurt. So even if we keep Lagares, at least we got this guy who's a solid defender.
Great
That
defender.
is true.
Great
That is true.
defender.
Yeah,
Listen, I'm no Lagares fan, man.
I like Lagares, but he's
He's hurt. He can't hit.
An injured Gold Glove.
And this guy Broxton, he had
I'm just bending about the Will Ponds,
He had a strong season like a few years ago, I think
2017.
what do you have?
20 home runs.
20 homers and 21 steals.
Come on, I'll take that.
2020.
He's
I mean,
fast.
like I was saying earlier to you, like our defense has improved greatly down the middle. So I think that's a freaking huge plus.
Yeah.
You know, are we going to be out of the market for another outfielder? They're saying yes, but hey, you know, this might be a reason to trade Lagares and maybe sign a Pollock if his price drops later on down the road.
That's very true. What do you think?
I think this is exactly how Joe said, actually, how the Wilpons handle. Low risk,
Low
big
reward.
rewards. And
Low
probably lower reward.
Low reward.
Nah,
Absolutely
this
right.
guy's a fucking bum.
We're tired of this, though. Aren't we tired of this shit?
This
This is gonna be our center fielder. This Chooch. Are you fucking kidding me?
Now,
If this is the only thing they do with the outfield, then yeah, obviously.
well, with that being said,
Cespedes ain't coming back.
He ain't.
I hate to tell you,
Who is
he's
that?
done.
Who?
I know, he's done.
Jesus, I forgot
He's
who the
not
fuck
coming
that
back.
was. With that being said, Lagares is owed $9 million. $9 million. Now, do we just fucking unload that somewhere and get something in return for that?
I was gonna ask you that question. Like, how does that work?
How does that work?
Meaning what? I'm sorry.
How do we
Well,
get rid of
Lagares'
Lagares'
contract.
contract?
That guarantees
which is
that
the
can't
whole
be.
9
You
mil. Is that
You gotta cover up a good portion of his
It has to be-
contract.
It's all guaranteed.
what's guaranteed? 9 mil?
I know.
It's not the NFL.
So to trade him, they're gonna have to either take a good portion of his contract or at least attach a prospect to wherever they trade him to.
It has to be something that we have to attach a sweet deal with it. Maybe like Plawecki, maybe one of the catchers,
I'm sick of this.
and
already.
get back something
It's all the
that
same
you know
thing.
what, and get back something probably mediocre.
Like-
to be honest with
like
you,
who?
because he's always hurt.
Who do we want?
Who the hell knows? It'll probably
he
be
has no value.
exactly. It'll
He
probably
has no value.
none whatsoever.
And neither does fucking Plawecki
No.
or any of these assholes that they're trying to like horn off like that.
Well,
like,
now since we're talking about Plawecki,
Guys
who
are
do
bums.
you think we can get back for Plawecki if we were to trade him or try to get something back from him?
Probably like a
Yeah.
bullpen piece, like a lefty,
Like
like
a bullpen?
maybe some catching supplies like a chest protector.
Some rolling gloves,
could be, who knows?
Maybe
some Eastern cleats.
some shin some name brand shin guards like the Eastern.
Now, Sam, you saw this motherfucker Plawecki. He almost hurt himself for the season. Did y'all see that video?
No,
Yeah.
what do you do?
This guy was taking down his Christmas tree, right? It is. This is so mess. The clip is on YouTube. You guys look it up. After you watch your podcast.
Definitely the mess.
So he was taking down the Christmas tree, right? And for some reason, I guess they store some of the tree, I guess whatever, on top of the kitchen. He was on top of the counter. And when he was coming down, his fucking pants got stuck on the handle of the cupboard and he was hanging. And then the video was up. Go check it out.
You know what's funny?
Damn you, Plawecki.
After you watch this
See, you know what's funny? Like, what? I assume that was his wife filming, right?
maybe don't know.
Or who? Yeah, well, like, why is that being filmed? I just don't understand why everything has to be filmed today.
That's the way we do that shit nowadays.
Also, why was it posted?
What? Yeah.
Who the fuck?
That too. That's
how we do it
a much
nowadays.
better
Kind of
question.
funniest home video.
Attention
Like,
whores. Everybody's a fucking
Maybe
attention
he
whore.
needs some money. Maybe he has some of the.
Yeah.
well,
America's Funny Home Videos.
another Mets news we got here. We got Raimir Liriano, which is an outfielder, and I'm gonna butcher this. I'm gonna butcher Raimir Liriano.
Okay.
Raimir.
Okay.
What's it? Is that his? Am I butchering the shit out of his name?
Your guess is better than ours.
Well, he's an outfielder.
You're asking me?
He's an outfielder that got invited to the spring training.
Okay.
Oh, fantastic.
And then we got Archimedes Camarino.
Say that. 3
Right?
times
He's a
fast.
pitcher. Shit. That is horrible. I'm so sorry.
Hey.
Butchering. These is,
Sorry about what?
I almost called you Aqua Mina
Aquaman.
at first, so I think I did better
You know
with
what?
that.
No. What are you apologizing for? If I'm sorry, but if your name has more than 4 syllables, fuck you.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry.
Well, these guys
I'm
got-
trying to figure that shit out.
These guys got invited to fucking spring training. Now, this guy with the weird name, Archimedes Camarino, he played the last...
AC. That's what I'm gonna call you.
Yeah, AC. He played the last 2 seasons in Japan.
Okay.
And this is gonna fucking make Joe's pants just come up with a fucking boner when I say this.
About to bust the load.
Calm down, Joe.
Last year,
Calm down, Joe.
Joe,
Yeah.
he went 1-1 with 11 saves, 5.79 ERA.
Where?
In 20 games before elbow surgery.
Oh.
Okay? And
Okay.
he played in Japan.
Oh, look at that.
Oh man.
But
That guy sounds great.
look, there's a turnover to this because he actually did good in 2017 years old. By the way, he's 31 years old.
Oh,
He had
perfect.
29 saves, 65 Ks, and 63 innings.
Where in the Japan jerk
In
off?
Japan.
In the Japan jerk off league? Is that what you do? I don't give a fuck. What the
Oh, you know, that's good. But Liriano, look at Liriano. He's 27 years old.
Where they have a smaller baseball, by the way, that's a big factor for pitchers.
No,
There's
but look.
smaller baseball there.
And definitely a hitter not bad.
Liriano has a good minor league career.
Okay,
27 years old,
Mhm.
272 average,
Yeah.
105 RBI, 105 home runs, 489 RBIs, and 208 stolen bases. The kid is 27 years old.
And
Potential? Potential? Potential?
why was he released?
Typical Mets.
This is
Typical fucking Mets.
another thing. Low risk, lower reward, like you said.
I can't. Jose said it.
Yeah, I mean, what are we really like losing out on? You never know.
All right.
Hey, we need to fill those
We're
minor
losing
league
out.
spots
We're losing out
anyways.
on a winning record. That's what we're losing out on.
All right. Now,
Team's garbage,
since
man.
since we really don't have that many lefties, we have like 11s, which is like our
No, you
fucking.
don't.
Actually, we don't.
We don't have levels.
Technically, he's a free agent.
Excuse me.
We don't have Levin.
We
So,
don't have-
yeah, we have
We
nobody.
got that young kid.
We don't. But now we
Zamora.
have Hector Santiago,
Right.
lefty,
Yeah.
and Zamora, Daniel Zamora,
Yeah.
which they're saying he's really good, really got good potential right now. In his short appearance last year, he struck out 50% of his batters.
Yeah, he was fine. You know,
He did good.
he didn't prove a damn thing. But,
Now,
you
you
know,
think he deserves a spot in the bullpen somewhere at this point?
spring training will
He's a
determine that.
lefty?
Spring training will
Okay.
determine that. But I mean, the fact that we're going into spring training with this shit bullpen, they're not serious about winning. They're not. They don't care.
I don't think it's shit.
No?
Nah. I mean, how's it shit? We freaking got Familia and Diaz already.
I think it's strong.
And what
It's
else?
a stronger.
And what else?
From last year.
I think it's strong.
And what else?
I mean, we still got some
We
work.
got Lugo.
Yeah, we got working pieces.
Zellman.
Zellman. You got Lugo out there. I think it's Zellman and Lugo, and which Lugo is kind of like on a trading block right now with fucking.
They're trying to trade him for prospects. For prospects.
I don't think they do.
How that makes no sense?
I don't
The only way they trade him is if we sign another starting pitcher to.
We have no lefty in the bullpen.
We don't. And that's why I'm bringing up Daniel Zamora, which they're saying that this kid now, since he had such a little great stint last year, that they're saying, you know what, maybe this guy to fit in the bullpen this year since he's a lefty. So
I see
don't know.
I see him
They
making it.
let fucking Robinson go to the Phillies, which just sucks.
Mm-hmm.
That sucks.
Well, Zamora doesn't have a good. He doesn't have a good rep too because his fastball and slider, they're saying is shit. His fastball and sliders are made for deep pop-ups, which is not good. That means home runs. motherfucker.
That's actually good. That's actually good for City
You mean
Field.
Robles type of?
Yeah, pointed to the air, you know.
Nah, I think Zoro makes it as a second lefty, and I think we'll probably end up getting like our main lefty probably at it from a trade, like even getting rid of Lagares or Plawecki. You'll probably get a lefty from some other team that, you know, like a no-name lefty that might be pretty good. You never know.
Yeah, typical Mets.
You see how the mindset is like,
Exactly.
we got to get rid of a guy to afford another guy. We offered Grandal $60 million, right? And we gave Ramos 20. So where did that $40 million go?
Exactly.
Well, he might be saving it for a bigger.
Saving it for what?
I don't know.
For what?
By
They're
the
not
way-
saving it.
By the way, Grandal, however the fuck you say it, because Jose always corrects me. Fuck you, cocksucker.
Yeah, fuck you.
You turned down, what, 3 years?
4 years.
4 years, 62 mil?
It's stupid. for
13
that.
mil a year.
You're not getting that much.
Seriously?
You know what?
Go get that somewhere else. You
You know
playing
what?
the fucking money.
You know what? I'm actually you're gonna hate me. Grandal, you're the smartest man alive to stay away from this fucking disaster of an organization. You're smart.
I'm gonna thank
Yes.
him because he just saved us a lot of money.
He did save us a
by
lot of
switching
money.
over to
He-
Geico.
he
Geico,
actually did.
exactly.
Especially the guy.
Well, you know, with the
I threw
Hector.
my wallet in the ocean after I found out that. So
Grandal, but why would he want to come here?
Okay, again with Hector Santiago though and Zamora, I personally like both of them as lefty specialists. Problem with Hector Santiago last year,
I
he
agree.
had good numbers.
I don't know much
He was a
about
bit
him.
wild. I got his stats from last year against lefties. His ERA was 0.79 against lefties.
How many appearances?
Smokes.
Doesn't say how many
What,
appearances.
2 appearances? What the
One
fuck?
appearance.
But he did strike out almost 10 per 9 innings against lefties.
Okay.
Jeez.
Problem with him, he's wild. He has control problems.
Is it Chapman kind of
He's
guy?
a Chapman type of dude.
Yeah, but he
What,
sounds
is he
like
going
a guy
deep,
that, he sounds like a one batter guy that.
But the funny part is, when he was with the White Sox, he was actually a starter.
Hmm.
and then he was more of a tweener type
Well,
of
he
deal.
sounds like a specialist to me.
So I think right now
Which
the
is
Mets,
fine. Which is fine.
it's going to be just a specialist, and of course,
Which is fine.
our their phrase of the off season is low risk, lower expectations.
Like why though? We obviously have money. We offering
Because the
people.
Wilpons own the team.
We're offering
It's
money
so-
to these players. So where's the money going? Why are they being so reserved with it?
It's the Wilpons.
Well, I mean, think about it too. Like, there hasn't been that many huge signings so far this offseason. Like, if you look at every offseason in the past few years, they're not just signing players off the bat. A lot of the agents now,
Look at our payroll.
a lot of the agents now, and a lot of the guys in the front office are waiting it out because all these deals are being made late in the offseason. Look,
Yeah.
last year, Moustakas, he signed when? In fucking like February.
That's true.
Who else?
JD
JD Martinez.
Arrieta.
JD Martinez signed fucking
Arrieta,
late.
same thing.
So now these guys are smarter
All
now.
Boras clients, by the way.
But they're smarter now,
Which I'll get into.
and they're waiting it out to see if their prices drop. So like, yo, let's take a chill pill. Let's see what happens. I mean, there's a lot of people still out there. Keiko's still out there. Pollock is still out there. Harper,
Moustakas,
Machado.
like you
We
just
don't
said,
need
is out there.
Moustakas. There's a lot of people
What
out
do we
there.
need, Joe? What do we need? Come on, come with it because you
There's
feel
Joe,
some
we
type
need
of
we need another
and-
shot.
and-
That's what we need.
The truth will set you free, Jack.
Listen,
Go ahead.
I know everybody like talks about the next realistic like guys like
Optimistic?
yes, like AJ Pollock. I don't want AJ Pollock. AJ Pollock is too injury prone. The Mets need to have some fucking balls, and they need to give Bryce Harper an offer.
Okay, Joe, but do you prefer Lagares over AJ Pollock, being that Lagares is injury prone?
And so is Pollock too. So
Yeah,
and we're
that's
paying
right.
fucking how much more for him?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So like, who do you prefer?
I don't want either of those guys. I told you what I want.
So okay, so you want Harper. So now tell me your outfield. What's your outfield then for the Mets? If we sign Harper, what's your outfield?
Cespedes is not
cares?
coming back.
No, what's your outfield?
Cespedes ain't come back.
Cespedes not coming
Okay,
back.
so
So we don't even
who's-
say Cespedes.
Who's your center
So
fielder?
you guys can Conforto in center field, right?
Okay,
So you got fucking Harper and right,
okay.
And
and
Nemo left.
and Nemo left. What's wrong with
What
that?
about Broxton and Lagares? What do we do with them?
They can scratch my balls. That's what they can do.
They're bench players. Yeah, they're bench players.
Seriously.
Fuck you, motherfucker! I love that. That would be fucking beautiful.
Yeah.
That would be magical. Just Harper. Just say
And-
Harper and New York.
And I don't give a shit that they're all lefties in the outfield.
I was
Oh,
gonna
who
say
They
that.
can
cares?
all hit. They can all hit lefties and they
Stop
can both hit
breaking-
righties.
it's just, it's
So
so
I love it.
Just stop thinking too much. It's just,
I agree.
They guys
Fucking
rule.
agree.
I was just about to say that. This whole analytics shit is
Oh,
fucking
so
big.
Yeah,
big.
it's
Hey.
going nuts. It's going nuts. Yeah.
And yeah,
I mean,
gay.
it works. It works for some teams, but
Hey.
it's too much.
But it's not really analytical. Like teams have been doing this for fucking years. You know, with their lineup. You know, splitting the lefties and the righties. It's
Yeah,
been like that.
and lefties strike out lefties better than all the
Supposedly.
rap, but
Look, I want Harper, and I'm all for it. I just think that right now.
I mean, why are we not in? Why are we not in the
in the Harper sweepstakes.
Why are we not in it?
Why are we not
They're
even
just-
mentioned?
they're-
They don't even mention the Mets.
Just Lou, they're
They
just
never-
they're
they
just
might be,
they're
maybe.
openly out of it.
Is
But
Brody,
they're
open
does,
about who's
does
that?
Brody
But who's
have
in
some
it
kind
then?
of
Who's really in it though?
the Phillies,
Phillies, the
Yankees,
Nationals, the
that's it.
Yankees,
and
the White
I
Sox.
don't even think the
Yankees
Yankees
in
are.
it.
The White Sox.
I think the Dodgers are out.
White Sox, the Cubs, the Dodgers, they're all in
Oh,
it.
the Cubs.
No, it's
Yeah, the
only,
Cubs.
it's only the White Sox, the Phils, and the Nats. The only team that's getting
Dude,
decent.
That's not the point.
friends with
The
the
point
Cubs.
is that
No,
the
but
point
it
is that
doesn't
we're
make
not. We're not.
That's
Yeah.
No, but we don't know that.
Yeah,
Exactly.
right,
We
and
still,
we don't
still
know.
need more
We
time.
don't.
Oh.
Come on.
You think they're gonna pay
I
for that
don't think so.
motherfucker? They're not paying for him.
They don't even mention the Mets.
They
Well,
don't care.
I know they
There,
don't.
there might be a
They-
way to
they-
get him. There
they-
might be a way to get him.
We'll talk,
We'll
We'll talk about
later.
that later on.
We'll
There
talk
might be
about
a
it
way to get
later.
him.
But what we're going to discuss right now is one of the topics that I feel is more important for the Mets to kind of handle right now, and that's the ground. The ground hasn't got paid yet.
Right.
Why haven't they paid the ground?
They're cheap.
You think they have some kind of agreement that they're like, listen, we'll give you your money and the back end of everything.
Yeah, I think
Let us do what we gotta
Like
do
a
right
mafia
now.
deal and shit, like a mafia deal. Now, I mean, from what I was reading, is like yeah, most players that go into arbitration, they usually go into that little arbitration thing. and-
Arbitration is January 11th.
Yeah,
last day.
and then from that point, they have like a time period to like strike a deal, an extension and whatnot. And I think it's about 15 days. They were saying that it's a good time frame for like if the Mets really want to do it, if the ground really wants to stay, they'll figure something out. But we have until I think the end of January. I think that's when they
That's official, like
that's
cut off.
official. Yeah.
All right, so I mean, hopefully, Hopefully they got something set up. I'm
Hold
pretty
on.
sure they got
I got a
something
question
on
for
him.
you guys.
Mm.
So, would you guys rather get DeGrom in an extension for 5 years, or would you rather not extend him and sign Harper?
Why
Why
is
you-
that like? Why is
Yeah.
that?
No.
Why is that one of the other?
Because again, at the end of the day, money talks. That's just the situation, and you know the Mets are like that. So like, it's the reality. What would you rather have?
That's what I'm thinking. I don't think we're in it. I don't think we're in it, quote unquote. But
we're
I
not
think
out of
we're
it.
in it.
But we're not out of it either.
Somehow, some way, I think this whole DeGrom deal has to deal with something with fucking Harper, or some kind of signing. I think it has to do with something with.
That's what I'm
They
saying.
can't be that crazy.
The
not to
money's
fucking
there.
pay DeGrom, bro.
Brody needs to make some type of splash. He looks like an arrogant nigga that wants his name to be noticed, and he's gonna try to figure something out.
He's gonna put his name in.
He gets off. He gets off
on.
on doing something big, Joe. And I think
Hey.
something's up. Oh,
Whoa, easy.
sorry, I'm kidding, guys. But I think he does. I think this DeGrom deal is being pushed back some way somehow for
For
some
what
kind of
reason?
special.
For what reason?
Not a special
thing,
signing.
you don't
Who
know.
knows? Excuse me.
I have no faith.
So what would you do though? To my question, would you pick the DeGrom extension or sign Harper and keep DeGrom for the next 2 years?
Lou, the more important question is why is that even a fucking
Answer the question.
Answer the question,
Answer
Blue.
the question.
Answer the fucking question.
Who would you want?
Who?
Blue Pulaski.
Oh, Pulaski.
Cheers.
Oh.
I already see the resolution's all fucked up.
Yeah.
Don't distract him. Answer the fucking
Jesus.
question.
Answer the question, Joe.
He needs more truth serum. There you go.
See, let me get more truth serum, guys.
So it's
Extension.
He dancing right. Stop dancing.
No, I
Answer
think
the
he is
question.
already forgetting the two.
DeGrom or Bryce.
The
right?
DeGrom extension,
Or
For
Bryce.
how long? For how long? I mean,
5 years. Let's say 5 years.
Each of them,
No, for just DeGrom. So either we keep DeGrom for 5 years with extension,
and what or what?
or we don't extend DeGrom. We keep him for the 2 years we got him left at, and sign
And
Harper.
then sign Harper. So the money basically goes to Harper.
Or DeGrom.
That's an easy answer.
Okay, so what's the answer?
The latter.
Why?
Harper.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Keep, keep DeGrom for the 2 years. That's such an
What would you
easy
do?
answer.
I would
Are you kidding me?
I would keep the DeGrom for 2 years. Sign Harper.
What would you do?
I would definitely go for Harper.
Yeah.
The
I'm
Mets
go-
got so much money.
Oh my
lose
God,
After
so
the second
that's
season.
an easy answer.
No.
I'm going with Harper. Only because.
That's right.
Only
You gotta
because.
show him you're in it.
Only because we got DeGrom for 2 more years.
Yep.
He's climbing up there. He's a little older now. We don't know what's gonna happen in the next few years. So I'd rather take my chances with DeGrom for 2 years.
He's
Get Harper on board.
solid.
That's what I would.
I feel you. I
But,
feel
you
you.
know,
Yeah. I cannot agree more.
maybe we'll do a little poll on that and see what you guys think about that too. Like, what would you rather have?
Now, with all this talk being talked about, I want to get into some kind of Boras deals because this guy's a fucking genius. I don't care what anybody says.
Fuck yeah.
Scott Boras is pulling fucking numbers and money for his clients. So now with this being said, listen, Japan, I hope you guys are watching because I'm gonna butcher the shit out of this guy's name.
Who's that Kikuchi?
Where's that coochie
You
coming
said
from?
Kikuchi?
He's like Kikuchi?
Where's that Kikuchi?
Coochie. Order the coochie.
Boy, that's horrible.
Boy, Kikuchi. What kind of coochie you talking about?
No.
John Kelly over here.
Can Brody pull a Boras deal for Harper the same way Boras pulled a fucking deal for Kikuchi?
I mean,
Now, with that being said, Kikuchi
Yeah, what do you mean?
got 3 years, 43 mil.
Nice.
that's a lot. That's a lot for Kikuchi.
That's a lot of money for Kikuchi.
That's expensive coochie.
That's 14.3 mil a season for Kikuchi.
Is he like a very tight coochie or?
That's some Dubai coochie right
That's
there.
some, yeah, that's some Vegas coochie
That's a
right
lot of
there.
fresh.
Now, with that being
God
said,
damn.
Kikuchi is going to get 3 years, 43 mil.
Okay.
He has an option on the 4th year.
Okay.
Kikuchi declines the 4th year. He could become a free agent. He gets 13 mil off the back.
So it'll be a free coochie.
So it'll be a $56 million Kikuchi for 4 years, and then he could become a free agent at 28 years old.
So a free coochie.
No, it's hard to get Kikuchi.
It's
Oh.
hard to get Kikuchi.
Yeah.
All right. Now, with that being said,
Okay.
you guys are fucking animals. Now, with that being said,
You are soldiering through this. You really
I
are.
know.
I'm trying to do the same thing.
All
I
right,
need
go
another
ahead.
shot because the Kikuchi is on my mind right now. It's a shit show. This is our New Year's Christmas.
I'm
I'm sorry.
fucking tired.
Okay.
Alright, but look, for
Soldier on,
All
bro.
right, talk about the
seriously.
numbers. The numbers. All
Stop
right.
the Kikuchi talk.
Okay.
Get your mind up to Coochie, Joe.
Alright. Any team, including the Mets, since we were talking about that, Joe,
Yeah.
the Mets could actually offer Bryce Harper a Scott Boras deal the way he handled Kikuchi to the Mariners. Now, the way he can do that is offer Bryce Harper, because Machado's out of the jail. We know Machado won't come anywhere near the Mets. He has a bigger plan in mind, and it sounds like the Yankees.
Fuck him.
But 114 mil for 3 years, right?
Yeah.
And this is Bryce Harper signing to the Mets. This is hypothetically speaking, ladies and gentlemen.
He ain't signed a 3-year deal.
Joe, I'm gonna break it down for you right now. 114 mil, 3 years, right? Now, with that being said, I think Bryce Harper's the type of player that wants to be the main focus. He wants to be the man. He wants to be the person that gets paid the most because he puts in the most work. In his mind, right? Hold on. With that being said, Bryce Harper takes that $114 million deal for 3 years. He gets 34 mil his first season, 34 mil his second season, and then he gets 46 mil his third season. Now, with those numbers, he gets 34 the first 2 seasons. He becomes the highest paid player, position player ever, getting paid more than Mike Trout, which is the best player in baseball. Now, with his third and final season in that contract, he gets 46 mil. You know who's getting 45 mil in their final season of their contract? Steven Strasburg, another Boras client.
Jay.
So, wait, the Mets can easily pull this off if they pull a fucking Boras deal. You're just breaking it down. Now, with that being said, in that
The
long
Mets
run,
have the money to afford him.
No,
They
this
just
is
won't
what I'm
sign
saying,
him.
but in
No
the
matter what
long-
this nonsense is, they can afford Harper.
they definitely could.
They're
But what
not
I'm
going
saying
to,
is,
don't want to.
at the end of the day, that 114 mil for 3 years will turn into 10 years, 400 fucking mil for Bryce Harper if he was to stick it out for the long run. If he didn't,
That is very impressive.
if he didn't after those 3 years, you know what happens? He gets 114 mil. He's fucking 20 years old, back on the fucking market to get more money.
Free Kikuchi.
Free
That's 20
Kikuchi
years.
on the fucking house. Who doesn't want that?
Yeah.
I think that's.
I think that's an
That's a good
solid-
deal.
Dude,
That's an
that's
amazing deal.
I
No,
think
and
Brody needs to hit up a man over here.
No,
for
no,
that
no.
contract he
I
took.
agree.
With
I
that
agree.
being said, I think he said it the best. It's a fucking LeBron deal.
Yeah, exactly.
That's exactly what it is.
It's
It's
a
LeBron
fucking
deal.
LeBron
Yeah.
deal. Is Scott Boras LeBron's agent? I doubt it. But yo, Scott Boras, you're the fucking MVP for getting Kikuchi that much money. Because Kikuchi doesn't go that fucking much money anywhere.
Good job,
Hey,
Pippen.
this
So-
is from Japan, so you never know.
Well, they charge more. They charge more in Japan for Kikuchi.
Trump's tariff stuff, you know.
Well, with that being said, I mean, I wanted to say that was the main focus of that because Bryce Harper could become a free agent again after 114 mil, bro. And he's 20 years old. 28
Not-
years
not-
old, back on the market,
Not
ready
to
to get more
mention,
money.
not to mention, you got one big thing. Him coming to like, even if it was the Yankees or the Mets,
Sponsors.
the sponsorship for just fucking 2 years
Out
being in
the
New York.
ass.
Come on, man. That money would fucking.
You
Yo,
know,
Bryce
Seattle,
Harper.
Seattle love that.
Bryce Harper, please consider the Mets, bro. It's
He's
New
not
York.
going to get sent them when the Mets don't offer him shit.
Yeah,
They're not offering
you're right,
shit.
You're right.
They're
But
not.
We don't know that.
We don't know that yet.
We don't know what.
We didn't know what Jamie
Yo,
Martinez was going last year until I get till the end.
So he did. They're not
You
offering.
think Bryce Harper's waiting for Machado or Machado's waiting for Harper?
You guys,
as long as the Wilpons own this team, they will never give a shit. They'll never it's all about the bottom
Blue
line.
Ponds, you from fucking Brooklyn, bro. You from Brooklyn. You were born and raised in Brooklyn.
Oh, they're so far removed.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Yes,
Yeah, it
you
doesn't
gotta
matter.
pull a fucking.
Doesn't matter.
You gotta pull a New York move. Get aggressive. You got money to spend. Spend your
Yeah,
fucking
they,
money.
they spend that at the Hamptons. They don't
On
give a fuck.
Kikuchi.
On Kikuchi. Hey, listen, I'm jealous. I wish I was trying to Kikuchi right now. Little pond bastards.
All right, we're gonna switch the subject. We're gonna leave the Mets alone. So hopefully you guys stick around long enough till we got to the Yankee talk. So with that being said, we're gonna get into this Tulowitzki. The guy signed a 1-year deal with the Yankees. Good for the Yankees. He's stuck at shortstop. They wanted to
Fuck
be the
him.
shortstop since Didi's gone.
Yes, they do.
Now the problem with that is the only way the Yankees can trade him is if he approves it.
Right, it's a no trade clause because what happened when he got traded from Colorado, it was kind of out of the blue, and he does not want to be surprised anymore about it.
What a
Okay.
crybaby.
So, even though it's a
A minimum.
minimum financial deal, he has a no trade clause.
That's pretty fucking gay. For 1 year, you don't want to be surprised for 1 year, bro?
I agree.
These dudes make fucking tons of fucking
What do
noise.
you know?
They're
It's
fucking so
unbelievable.
sensitive.
I know.
You know,
It's unbelievable.
Well, this is the world we live in nowadays, ladies.
Yeah, very
We
gay.
can't say we can't say certain words anymore.
Mm.
Yeah.
Like a Kikuchi.
And I see what you did
Like
there.
it's lit.
And
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
but
that
I
shit.
hit tits lit. I still get shit for the tits lit. Like, why is your name tits lit? That's so wrong.
Yeah.
It's not wrong. It was something somebody said that we admire.
Right.
He's a fucking commentator for the Mets,
Right.
a legend for the Mets, played first base. He didn't even wear batting gloves when he batted up. How about that?
He smoked bogeys.
He's a fucking
in the
man.
bullpen.
He's a grown man.
I'm,
Good Fernandez.
I'm time for a bogey, so to show it then, so I got a bogey outside.
All right, let's
So,
bring it back to the Yankees again. Zach Britton signed for the
That's
Yankees.
it's a solid move.
And what did he sign for?
3 years, 39 mil.
Oh boy, he got paid.
That's a little expensive deal for him.
Yeah,
As I said,
that's
Desperate, eh?
Didn't he come back from a fucking bad injury too? Like he was.
Desperate.
He was, yeah.
Yeah.
In Baltimore, he had a really bad injury,
Right.
came back and pitched a hell of a
Did
season.
very well.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think that's desperation for the Yankees.
It is.
These guys are
They
really
lost-
desperate, man.
They lost Robertson, so they had to sign somebody quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so weird they didn't. I don't understand the Yankees anymore.
I know they kind of turned it into us a little bit,
I know.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Starr.
right?
Yeah.
Or like a
Very-
Tulowitzki
very
type signing.
gay.
Yes.
I think like since Steinbrenner's gone, like they don't.
Tulowitzki.
I mean, Steinbrenner's gone. The
What
son's
kind of
taking
bargain
over.
basement bullshit is that?
The
You
son,
know what?
the son is not the dad. He don't really know what
Yeah,
to do.
you're absolutely right.
In a little bullshit park like that, he could come back and have a fucking comeback season, and you never know.
All right, now I want to get in. I just wanted to get everybody into the conversation that we're talking about, and I kind of wanted everybody's input on their favorite players of their era by position.
This
So now we're including pitchers, DH,
Sure.
and closers.
Closers, yeah.
Okay.
So where do we want to start? Left to right, how we usually
I'll
do,
start.
or
So-
right to
So you
left?
want to start by like position first? Like we'll go around like
Yeah,
So we're
yeah,
gonna
yeah,
start
exactly right.
counterclockwise. You guys, look, easy to join us. You could email.
We'll start with the infield.
Look,
Comment
you
on
could
it.
DM us. You could comment your top 9, top 10 because we're gonna 11.
More,
Excuse me,
yeah,
11.
wow.
We're including 11 because boy, this guy is a fucking savage at its own. Top 11 because
Long show.
we're including the closer. We're including the DH.
Yep.
So comment, DM us. Sky, go to Twitter.
Hey, tell
You
us
know?
we're crazy if you think we're crazy. Give us your opinion.
We're gonna start with Joe first.
Start with the white man.
Give me your 11.
So we're
11 or we're going to start by,
Let's
by
just do
position?
round robin.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, position.
exactly. It was position by position. Yeah, first base first, right?
Yeah, first base
of
we'll go
course.
around.
All right. So I'm not gonna say Keith Hernandez because I wasn't there for that.
Okay.
God damn.
You were born in the 80s, so it is your era.
Yeah, but I was born in '84, so I can't say I consciously watched Keith Hernandez. I was an infant.
Fair enough,
I was,
fair
I was
enough.
shitting in diaper.
Fair enough.
The best first baseman the Mets ever had during my time.
Doesn't have to be
It
Mets.
doesn't have to be the Mets.
Just
Wait, what?
It could be anybody.
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 Your
Anybody.
favorite position player of your era.
It doesn't even have to be Mets.
It could be a Met if you want.
It could be Rico Bruno if you.
It could be
Bruno.
anybody.
It,
It's
won't,
alright.
it won't be.
You know what? We're gonna give Joe couple minutes of break. We're gonna start from left to right, or we can start from me. If you want.
I'm ready. Let's go.
We're gonna start from Lou.
I thought this was the Mets thing.
I got a little look. I don't even know. I need to do my research right now.
Damn.
I'll start it off.
Hey, Jay,
Sorry.
why don't you give this Mets thing?
No,
Nah, I can't
we
do
could use
Why
Mets.
not?
We could use Mets in there because I got a Met in there.
You want to do Mets?
What to think
I'll
about?
start it off. I'm gonna start off with first base, and I'm gonna start off with the first baseman. It's Albert Pujols for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll start with first base, Albert Pujols.
I got
Second
somebody.
base, I'm gonna go with Roberto Alomar.
Damn.
There's somebody I like
You got
his
it.
whole career. I love Alomar. Shortstop, fucking it's crazy to me because it's so many positions, so many players at the position. It's so tough. I'm gonna take shortstop Cal Ripken,
Oh, okay.
right? I'm gonna take third base David Wright,
All right, hold on.
Only-
Let's do the infield first, and then let's bring it back.
and then we want to bring it back.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Let's do the infield first.
Okay, so let me get my catcher. So I got third base. I got who did I
You
say?
said David Wright.
I got David Wright as my third baseman. As my catcher, I got Mike Piazza. And it was a toss-up between Mike Piazza and Pudge Rodriguez
Yep.
because Pudge was one of my fucking favorite catchers ever.
Yep.
And let me pick a picture.
Not
Is
yet.
he doing infield?
Yeah.
Oh, you wanna do that?
Picture
Okay.
can fit- it is
Yeah.
it's part of the infield. I take Randy fucking Johnson, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay.
So we're gonna move it to Jose
All right.
for your infield.
My infield, basically, you got half of it as well. Albert Pujols is definitely best first baseman I ever seen. Second base, I'm going with Robbie Alomar as well.
Okay.
Magician, switch hitter as well.
Yeah.
Solid at the plate.
Also was a Met. In his-
Also was a
in-
Met.
In his darker days.
Yeah.
Alright, got it.
Okay, so shortstop. Shortstop, you had who? You had Cal Ripken.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going with a newer version of Cal Ripken. I thought A-Rod.
I agree.
Young A-Rod at
Oh
shortstop.
my God.
Yeah,
Seattle.
what the fuck?
I agree.
Was ridiculous.
That's definitely
Yep.
right.
Yep.
Fucking ridiculous.
Definitely right. I forgot about
No,
that.
but but the 90s,
I forgot.
the
It's
90s
solid, it's
still,
alright.
yeah, but the 90s still count as
Yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah,
is what we're talking
I
about.
forgot about
But
fucking
that's what
A-Rod
I'm
that
saying,
short.
man. Third base, let's see. Ooh, third base was tough for me. I was gonna go with David Wright as well, actually.
Okay.
David Wright.
You got
Catcher, you went with Piazza. I was actually thinking Pudge, actually.
Okay, fine.
So I'm going with Pudge Rodriguez.
Who's your pitcher?
Pitcher, I'll tell you, one of my favorite pitchers of all time, even when he played with the Mets and even with the Yankees, was actually David Cone.
Oh.
Love David Cone.
Okay.
Cone,
That's
okay.
Aaron.
One of my favorite Mets.
That's Aaron. There
Actually,
you
one of
go.
my favorite pitchers of all
Atta
time.
Oh, I love it.
So it's something different.
That a boy. All
All
right.
right.
Go ahead, Lou.
All right. I'm gonna go with a guy who I remember like seeing like when he came to the Mets was a big impact, and he brought like
John Alvarez.
no. no.
It was Rico Bronia.
You guys might shit on me for this, but I have a few picks. So I'm just going with what I remember
remember.
growing up,
Yeah,
and I
go
was like,
ahead,
oh
yeah.
shit, like this shit is dope. Carlos Delgado.
Oh.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Delgado.
Yeah,
He
absolutely.
came to the
He was
Mets.
a good
That was,
dude.
you stole my
Man.
pick. I'm not the same exact pick.
He was better in Toronto. But
Oh
he-
no!
He was really good.
He's better
Yo,
than Mets.
he hit 40 home runs with the Mets.
Yes.
Yeah.
No one's, very few guys done it.
When he got in that lineup,
Tyler Huntley hit 49 home runs with the Mets.
on the juice.
Come on. They were
Okay.
all on the juice.
my second pick.
Carlos Delgado was on the Platanos. He was strong, baby. Natural, baby.
What does Keenan say?
What?
What does Keenan say on Saturday Night Live?
He was on the. No, that was for Rico.
Second baseman, I'm gonna go Alomar too.
Okay.
And then my shortstop, Ozzie Smith.
Nice.
Ozzy retired in what,
Nice.
90?
Late 90s.
But I still remember watching him, like the highlights. I mean, even if I wasn't into baseball as like that, like I
He was
now,
definitely all
those
the
highlights,
highlights.
man. Come
That
on, you
was-
can still see the highlights now.
He retired in 96, so. yeah.
Okay.
Okay. The third baseman, the cat, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it has
Cat.
to be. It
Yeah,
has to
I
be.
love the cat. Catcher,
So many.
yeah, but Piazza, man,
Okay.
Stand out.
it's hard to like not
You
pick
can't shit
Piazza.
on him. Like you have to. Like he put so much
Oh.
work in.
Yeah, do my list now?
No,
He
you
got
got his
his
pitches.
his starting pitcher.
Ooh. Who you got?
Tough one.
It is tough.
I
That's a
don't
great
wanna-
list.
I feel like I'm sticking it straight to the Mets, but
No, it's fine. This is your picks. You grew up watching the Mets.
You know what?
more than anything. So
I'm gonna go outside again, and
Okay.
I might get shit on this, but I'm gonna go for someone that made something that I thought the impossible happen. And that's fucking Johan Santana.
Yep, I knew
Oh.
it.
When we got that fucking no-hitter.
No-hitter.
I remember that day perfectly.
In his
I
old
remember that
age.
day.
I was chilling that day.
In
We
his
was at
old
the
age.
rooftop chilling.
Yeah.
And man, yo, listen, I never thought I would ever get to see a no-hitter
Yeah.
Yeah.
from
And
the
he
Mets.
was older too. He was in his
And
old
that
age.
fucking no-hitter, even though Beltran kind of got that hit on him, then
He did. But yeah.
It's okay. It's okay.
still, I'll take it. It was great, even though his career fucking was done after that.
That no-hitter was a perfect example of just the garbage that we accept as Mets fans. Like,
No,
great,
but it's
we
the
got.
truth.
It's the truth.
It is
It
the
is
truth,
true.
though.
I know, you're right.
Because
It is
it
true.
was a shitty fucking year.
Who
He was
cares?
old. When he had surgery after that,
Who?
was
Yeah,
over.
that was the end of his fucking career.
Yeah, it was the end of his
Oh,
career.
great! Yeah, wonderful. That leaves us with a great future. Yeah.
All right,
Who-
your infield.
Go ahead.
Joseph
Top
asshole Pulaski. Go ahead.
So first base. Well, all right. First base. I will also choose Carlos Delgado.
Okay,
Okay.
that's a good one.
I completely agree with that. Second base. You're gonna be shocked. Jose Valentin.
Ooh.
Badass second baseman for us.
He was.
I forgot about
He
that
was.
little fuck with that
Clutch hits,
mustache.
too. Clutch
Played most of
hits.
his
With
career.
that sharp fucking
Yes,
mustache.
yes, like the Heat.
Yeah,
Straight from the
fucking
Heat.
Straight from the Heat. He
Yeah.
was straight from the cockfights.
No, straight from the White Sox. They played most of his career in the White
yeah.
Sox. I love Valentin. All right, so shortstop. Man, I guess of course Reyes is gonna be there, but
Reyes was up there for me too, to be honest with
you
you.
know if I were to
The
take a
Reyes
best,
numbers.
Reyes,
wasn't-
you know what? I was thinking about him too until I decided on Ozzie Smith. Only because Reyes was when he first came up. Man,
no,
He was more defensive than anything, though.
This is like I thought this is all Mets.
No,
But
whatever
like
you
I
want.
said,
Whatever you
whatever you
want. Whatever you want.
All right, so fucking Babe Ruth for every position.
No,
I don't understand it.
Of your era. So you're basically
On my era.
you're the late '90s.
Yeah.
Oh God.
No, you're early '90s,
Nice.
late '90s, 2000s. So it could be anybody between that era to now.
Yeah, the problem is they're all gonna be Yankees.
No,
I know, right?
Yeah, they were nice.
I mean they were great, but they were great in the '90s. They were great.
All right, so what position do
So you
Shortstop.
were at shortstop.
shortstop? The best shortstop is A-Rod.
Yeah, you're right. Third base.
The best third baseman was probably Scott Rowland.
Yeah,
That's
that
a solid
was
one.
my
Yeah.
second pick.
Yep.
Yeah.
Catcher,
Oh, catcher. During which years?
'90s, 2000s, early 2000s, because late 2000s.
Suck my dick, my fiat.
Yeah.
And not saying
Yeah,
that.
no.
Literally.
Late 2000, late 2000 catchers don't really.
You get DM by my fiance.
Shut up, motherfucker.
No, late 2000 catchers don't arouse me like the early 90s
Nah,
and late 90s, early 2000s.
No. So go. Keep going. Keep
Pitcher.
going.
Starting pitcher.
Who's
Sorry.
your favorite starter
Favorite
pitcher
one
you
to
used to
watch.
love? It doesn't have to be a Met. It could be anybody that you were like, yo.
Kurt Schilling.
Oh fuck!
I thought about
fucking
it, too.
hate
That's Kurt
Curry.
Schilling.
Kurt Schilling.
Good pick.
Bloody
I like
sock?
Curry.
No.
Little bloody sock.
So by the way, Arizona, he beat the Yankees.
Yeah, I know.
Milwaukee,
yeah.
he beat the Yankees, but that he's my idol.
Okay.
Are you kidding
So
me? Are you kidding me?
so we got the infield. We're gonna jump to the outfield. Let you go first.
First person that stands out, obviously, is going to be everybody's pick. Griffey.
Right.
Griffey, yes.
I mean,
All right, we start with center.
No,
Go ahead.
no, we're just doing 3 outfielders.
Okay, yeah,
Griffey
you're
got
right.
to be on
No.
everybody's list.
That's everybody's.
I really like Bernie Williams back in the day. I don't know.
Okay.
I was a fan of Bernie, man.
I agree.
I think I played
agree.
hard,
I agree.
positive dude, man.
Yeah, he's right.
He was the key to the Yankees winning.
Oh,
So
I think
He was.
I think
He was.
Cole O'Neill was the key to their winning, but
He was just as much as a kid,
yeah,
yeah.
I know they had a great team. That was a great team.
you know what? And even though this era is shitted on so much, Sammy Sosa.
Shosha?
Sammy Chosha.
Sammy Chosha is my
Yo.
Sammy Kikuchi, so
Yeah, Kikuchi. Yo, that year when him and McGuire were fucking going
Yeah, they were
my
going
God,
nuts,
man.
yeah.
that's why we need to bring steroids back.
Nah. I'll go with Sosa, man.
Why not?
Let's go ahead. So you got Griffey, Sosa,
And
and
Bernie Williams.
Bernie Williams.
Bernie Williams. All right. Mine definitely Griffey.
Okay.
He's going to be in my
That's
outfield.
everybody's.
Huge fan of Vladimir Guerrero, man.
Oh,
Yeah.
Fucking
Yeah.
beast at right field. Defensively with that arm. Hitting. He can throw a ball and hit it to the ground. Pitch it to the ground.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
damn right.
And my other outfielder would have to be You know what? Barry Bonds, man.
Little
Barry
juice,
Bonds before the juice. The dude was amazing. in the
Yeah,
outfield.
yeah,
Not gonna argue
agree.
that.
I agree.
We don't know when he got on the juice. We just
So,
know this
yeah.
man's
Oh, yes,
about
you do.
35 inches wider, but it's okay.
Yes, we do.
All right, Griffey, hands down, of course, my favorite player ever. There's no player better than Griffey to me. Which, by the way, the Mets, the story came up that
Oh, yeah.
the Mets could have had him. Which,
Yeah.
I'll save your ass for later. But Ken Griffey,
Okay.
center field, of course, best player ever. I'm going to go with a surprise. I'm going to go with a fucking Rafael Gonzalez out there.
Rafael Gonzalez.
Who the
No?
fuck is that?
It's in Texas? Is it
Juan Gonzalez.
Juan Gonzalez, right?
Or you talk about Rafael Palmeiro. You just merged them together.
No, Rafael Palmeiro was first base.
Yeah. Juan Gonzalez. Yeah, Juan
Oh,
Gonzalez.
fucking cannon. He had a cannon.
Yeah, Juan Gonzalez. Yeah.
Yeah, that guy.
cannon.
Juan Gonzalez, Ken Griffey.
As Ali G used to say that's a bit racialist.
It definitely was. Oh,
Racialist.
Sorry, guys, I didn't mean it.
Who's your third one?
I wanted to go with Vladdy.
You can.
I wanted to go with Vladdy, but I'm not going to go with Vladdy.
Shut up!
I'm going to go with Andrew Jones.
Dumbass
Andrew
motherfucker!
Jones. That's a good
I'm
one.
going to go with Andrew
That is
Jones.
good.
Because he was a great player.
Yeah, he was good. He was
Fucking
good.
fuck Larry.
And wait, we got DHs. All right, so we can go one by
Wait,
one.
let
After
Joe
you,
say.
after Joe goes, we go with the DH. So go ahead. And the closer. No, and the closer. Go, Joe.
Oh,
You know what?
So for DH,
Yeah.
Do your outfield, do your closer, and your DH. Go.
Bam.
Outfield.
outfield.
3 outfielders.
God damn, that's just
God damn, motherfucker, you put me on the
Hit
spot.
him with the crossover.
All right. How about That's a tough one.
Have another shot.
Lasting
Have another
Millage.
shot. I'll help you think.
No, I don't need a shot.
Who poured these? Who fucking poured these shots? I didn't even see
Mine.
these go.
Kikuchi.
Come on, outfielders. Kikuchi, let's go.
Yeah.
All right. Fucking. Well, I got Bo Jackson.
Oh,
yeah, I was thinking about
there
it.
you go.
God damn,
I mean,
motherfucker.
you can't go wrong there.
Okay.
So, fuck you guys. After that, there's my choice.
All right, so you got Bo Jackson. You need
Yeah.
2 more outfielders.
Yeah. Bo
Oh.
Jackson, Bo Jackson, and Bo Jackson.
No, 1 outfielder that plays the whole outfield.
I mean,
All right. I was gonna say that.
Come on.
All right.
2 more outfielders.
All right. Fine.
Come on, man.
You know the outfielders, Joe.
Come on.
Chill out.
Lasting's Millage. It's all right.
He was nice for
Fernando
for a while.
Martinez.
Fernando Martinez.
You want Jim Edmonds. You got fucking Sammy Sosa. We said that. You got fucking.
You got freaking.
Darryl Strawberry.
You got
All
my.
right,
Oh,
so
that's
I got Kevin Mitchell playing left field.
Okay.
Ooh, he was a bomber. Bro.
Oof, I know.
He was a bomber. Okay, so you got
Okay.
Bo Jackson, Kevin Mitchell.
And you know what? Fuck you. I got Darryl Strawberry playing right
There
field.
you go.
Mm.
I like it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a solid outfield right
All right,
there.
so
Yeah.
now we need your
DH.
closer and DH.
Oh, my closer.
Of course, is probably everybody's same closer.
I mean, is it Mariano?
Mariano.
Yeah. I
And-
No, you're gonna say Benitez.
I'm not that. I'm Jesus. You
All
guys
right.
have, you give me some good drugs.
your DH.
DH is gonna be obviously Edgar Martinez.
I'm with you on that. Go ahead.
Yeah.
You might as well just skip me because I got same closer, same DH.
Yeah, you know, I was gonna say something. Rivera and Martinez.
Okay, I'm gonna go different then.
Okay.
I'll go totally different.
Interesting.
Yeah, so I'm gonna change it up.
All
So
Billy
DH,
Wagner.
no, actually closer.
Billy Wagner was alright.
Okay, I'm a little bit older than you guys, so I'm gonna go closer. It's
That's
going
what
to
I love.
be Randy Myers. For the
Ooh, the bad boys.
The lefty.
Yeah, you know the
and
nasty
the
boys.
nasty
The
boys.
nasty boys.
Love
Yeah.
Randy Myers was a lefty.
The
Love how
nasty
he
boys.
threw.
Alright.
And I'm gonna go different with DH too. It's gonna be funny as hell. I'm going with Julio Franco actually.
Ooh.
Crazy story about Julio Franco, because I know these weird, odd stuff.
Yeah.
Playing in the Mexican League, he was killing it in the Mexican League, right? So they're interviewing him at the end of the game.
Cockfights get you riled up.
Yeah, they're interviewing him at the end of the game, and this female reporter's interviewing him. She comes out of the locker room, mad red, crazy red. She's like, "Yo, I can't interview him." She's like, "What's going on?" Her boss was like, "What the hell's going on?" He has a huge penis. He doesn't want to cover it.
The fuck?
So the boss goes, you know what? I got you. I'm gonna go and do the interview.
He wanted to see what
After he went to the interview, he had to question his own manhood. How big his penis was.
What? No wonder why I put the fucking place so many years.
You're
He's trying to show off his dick.
Oh, that horse juice. What the fuck was that? Go ahead, Lou. Oh, you just unanimous?
Yeah, good.
Who can follow that?
I don't know, man.
All right, so it's pretty unanimous on that. So what we're gonna get into now, because we bullshitted you guys the whole fucking show. We just having fun over here.
Yeah.
Our tits lit of the week, because this is
Oh,
your
God.
favorite part of the show, as it is for Joe's and Lou's
Yeah,
and
all of
Jose's and mine. So we're gonna start from
Fun
left to
like that.
right. Who's your tits lit of the week?
You know, I had a few nominees this week, but I recently changed my mind about half an hour ago.
Okay.
It's fucking Drizzy Drake.
Oh,
Drake.
Wait, this is new.
Yeah, this is
Ooh,
new. I don't know.
ooh, pop culture. Let's
Oh,
go.
guys, TMZ over
Champagne
here.
poppy.
TMZ over
Let's
here.
go.
So your boy Aubrey, right? Supposedly there's a new video of him going around that he was performing a concert,
Okay.
and he calls up a chick to the stage, right?
All right.
He's talking to her. He starts feeling on her titties,
Oh,
feeling
okay.
on her Kikuchi,
Ooh,
Okay.
right?
Gucci talk?
And then he starts asking her, "Yo, how old are you?" I'm
R. Kelly style.
I'm 17 years old.
Oh.
Damn you, Drizzy.
Homeboy was like, "Whoa, I'm not trying to go to jail.
Mhm.
You're cute and all." And yeah, you know, he said some other crazy shit.
Oh.
I can't quote him directly, but pretty much he kind of said that, yeah, he's not with it, but he kind of is. So,
some R. Kelly
yeah.
shit
Was this in Canada?
there.
It might have been. They might have different rules out
Do they
there.
have different rules in
I don't
Canada?
know.
But
Anybody-
Why you look at me?
No,
you
everybody.
white.
I looked at everybody.
But regardless, it looks like he was trying to get some young Kikuchi. So Drizzy Drake,
You
fuck
got
outta
your
here,
tits
man.
lit.
Aubrey.
Damn.
Damn you, Drake.
Yeah.
I thought Drake was for the kids, not going after the kids, goddammit.
Kikuchi, do you love
Go ahead,
me?
All right,
Yeah.
so
Yeah, there you go. Damn you.
my pick this week is actually Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, it's good. It's a good
Got his
one.
way out of Minnesota because, you know, he wanted to be the superstar. He wanted to be the top guy. Gets to Philly, and now he's bumping heads with his head coach, getting into ugly arguments. And also, seems like he's mad about the chemistry of the team because the ball's not going through him anymore. So, seems like everywhere he goes, he's a fucking diva. I didn't know he had championship rings because last time I checked, he has
He has none.
0.
He don't.
As much as we do.
Who are
So,
you, Michael Jordan, bro?
he
Relax.
definitely gets my tits lit of the week.
Yeah, you guys, yeah, you bugging
Exactly.
out. For me,
Yeah.
this week, I actually forgot mine.
It's not of mine.
Yeah, Joe.
I'm gonna start on Joe's and then remember mine as we go. So go ahead, Joe.
Well, the New York Rangers.
Oh damn the Rangers! God damn it!
It's like
It's the third time they got
No.
nominated.
They're leading the fucking whole season right now.
Yeah, they are.
With wins.
We're still above 500, but
Barely, and it doesn't matter. The New York Rangers stink. And listen, the coach. Honestly, Dan Quinn is a great coach. He's kept them a positive, competitive team for a while. But now, as the season goes on, the competitive teams, you know, will emerge, and we are one of them. We are not. So
we're definitely not.
this sucks, you know. So I just hope they can rebuild, and I just really hope they could, you know. All my teams suck ass.
And this was a rebuild
Can
year.
we have one of my teams maybe have like a good plan?
You know, it seems
Just
like
one.
Yeah, Dan Quinn is actually getting a lot of bullshit now. A lot of people have been
No,
saying
Dan
a
Quinn
lot of
is.
the comments of people are like, "Oh, fucking Dan Quinn doesn't know what he's doing. He's falling
Ah.
apart with the team. They're too young for him."
Come on.
Dan Quinn is doing a hell of a job. We're still over
Absolutely
500.
right.
We're one game over 500, which is okay for a rebuild year.
Yes.
We'll do better, Joe. Don't
Yeah,
worry.
I agree.
So with that being
I actually have
said,
faith in that.
I do. I really do. We're gonna make the playoffs. We're gonna make the playoffs. We're gonna sneak into the playoffs. My pick is actually going to go to Tampa, to the Devil Rays. It's going to the fans because your team does good every year. You know, they're not great, they're good.
They're competitive.
You shut your whole fucking top of the stadium off to everybody.
I read about that.
I know.
It's horrible because
They're insane.
you're just shutting people out. And I understand you're not getting people seats, but some people like to sit up there. Some people like to do things up there.
I agree.
Some people like, right? You like to drink up there. You like to do illegal stuff up there. You can't shut the upper fucking tier off. So Tampa, you just got fucking lit this week.
Agreed.
Yeah, that's our tips list of the week, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah,
With
well,
that
I
being
love
said,
this episode.
I had fun this fucking episode. You had fun?
Yeah, I had
Yeah.
that.
You had
Oh
fun?
man.
Fucking blast. Dude.
He had a lot of fucking fun. This tips will turn your lifesaver on.
He about to have some more fun now.
So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, episode 8 is in the books. You hear that? That's how we end shows off. So enjoy your weekend. Enjoy the rest of your week. We'll see you mother effers next week.
Yes.
Cheers.
Peace.
Enjoy that Kikuchi.
Oh, Fuji talk was good.
Kikuchi was good.
Remix.
That name is, that's gonna be a part of our show.